them, so we tell them, we are the mighty eight, and I'm not afraid, and I'm not afraid. I got my trusty gun, I got my
Trusty. Hey. So they had the storytelling session in the house today. The housemates told their stories, like all of them told their stories. It was the longest task that I've ever watched in the history of Big Brother. I thought the cooking show was going to be the longest, or I thought the cooking show was the longest, and the housemates just said, you ain't seen nothing yet. You have not seen a longer task than that. This task took almost 2 hours. So like I said, they had their storytelling task today, and we're going to talk about that. Also going to talk about GASH1 and the housemates coming for him for as regards his behavior during other people's tenure as head of house, and also LIBO. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please do well to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. So for their storytelling task, like I said, it was extremely long, so I definitely cannot come here and tell you guys everybody's story. I cannot talk about everybody's story because we're going to sleep here, but I'm just going to highlight those that I feel had a really good story. For example, I think for me the 3 stories I enjoyed the most were Umpo's story, Tato's story, and Sister Mara's story. A lot of people were saying that Terry had a good story, which I confirmed. Like, I just saw short clips, but I didn't watch it fully, so I can't really say. I personally do not really watch everything that she said, but a lot of people said that her story was nice. So we're going to just say that 4 people had really good stories tonight. So let me just show you guys a little part of Umpo's story.
Hesitantly, the brothers look at each other and then signal each other, and just like that, they follow the man. They continued along the thick grass, following the man in a long black clothes. Keep close, Bafana Bami, or else you will be taken away.
Umpo's story was just about 3 brothers that were banished from a kingdom because they were suspected for killing their mother. So the father banished them because he didn't want to order for them to be killed. So he banished them. They went to the evil forest and met, you know, different evil things, evil spirits. Then later found out that their mother was not exactly dead, and you know, so it was actually a nice story, and the way she told it was captivating. There's something that really stuck in my head is GASH1's song. I don't know, for some reason it's still living in my head. He was also singing I think maybe it's the way he was singing it, or the fact that he repeated it several times, and it's just very catchy and it just stuck to my head. GASH1's story was really long. His story and Tool's story, I think Tools had the longest story, then GASH1 next. Then Umpo's story was actually also long, but it was really interesting. So it was hard to really say, okay, it got boring. It was just really interesting. So those are the stories of today. Then they also made lanterns. They were tasked to make lanterns that they will use to tell the story. Then the arena also had that vibe of, like, you know, scary look. I mean, a scary vibe, and everywhere was dark. You know, Big Brother was using sounds that were scary. LIBO also had a scary story. LIBO's story was also nice. I forgot to mention that. Then something I noticed that I did not exactly like, even from when they were practicing, was the fact that they had their stories written down and they also read from the paper, which is something I feel like they shouldn't have done. Like, it's a story. I feel like a story is something that can stick in your head. If you already know what the storyline is about, you should be able to tell it without the paper. Everything doesn't have to go line by line, and it takes away the fun. Like, looking at the paper and seeing them, you know, giving their presentation is almost like you're seeing, it's taking away the reality of it somehow. So even Big Brother talked about it. I was saying I was going to talk about it. I didn't even know that Big Brother will highlight it.
Another downer where the delivery of your tales is concerned, housemates, is that campfire stories are meant to be memorized and narrated as opposed to being read.
Then he now gave them the verdict for their result. I mean, the verdict for their wager. Although before he did that, before they even started at all, Big Brother sanctioned some housemates. Even the head of house got a sanction for his behavior, especially his microphone infringements. He's always getting microphone infringements. THEMBA's own is just too much. I don't even understand how they've not gotten a strike right to this point for all the microphone infringements, especially THEMBA. THEMBA will be in the room, forget his microphone in the no, he'll be in the kitchen, forget his microphone in the room, or after having his bath he'll not wait. Like, he's always being called out for microphone infringement. So I'm even surprised that Big Brother has not dished out a strike yet. Then GASH1 and Tato, Big Brother also called them out for whispering. So those are the people that are going to get punishment. People that were not happy with them, and he called them out. I even felt like because of that they would lose their wager. So, but they didn't lose their wager. Then after the task, when Bibra was complimenting the housemates, he complimented Themba for not using the paper. So Themba didn't use his own paper. I think he was the only one that didn't use paper, which was nice. Like I said, I didn't like the idea of them holding their papers. Then also complimented Terry for doing the right thing earlier on during the week during one of their tasks. He said listening is a skill. He just complimented her. Apparently they won the wager, which is cool. So they're going to get extra supplies next week.
Housemates, congratulations, you have won this wager.
Then back in the house earlier on today, they had like roundtable conversations on different occasions and different for different people. They were calling people out, shooting bullets here and there. So LIBO was the first person they called. Okay, let me talk about GASH1 first. They were talking about the way GASH1 behaves when other people are handling the head of house position. It was Tools, Terry, LIBO, Themba. They were sitting down and having the conversation. So Tools was now saying that during his turn as GASH1's turn, the whole thing was awkward, and then now that and during his own turn, that's Tools' turn, GASH1 now decided to behave some type of way. Then Themba was now laughing about the whole situation.
When you were intro age, people were giving you a weird energy, and now when I'm intro age, you're coming back and you are now Mr. Pepe. Like what the hell?
What the Hey, Cash number one is a problem. Cash, even if you let him sleep, he wakes up, he still wants to do something.
So they just kept on talking about GASH1's own matter and how he behaves. Then after that, Themba now referred to his own issue that he had with GASH1 earlier on today. That's when he went to call him in the room. He said that he started off by calling him like 1 hour after he allowed him to sleep for a while. He went to call him, and that first call he used idea to he wanted him to wake up. He used the whole food, come and eat your food, to try to wake him up, and GASH1 did not stand up. GASH1 was still lying down there. Then he now later went and called him really in a more stern way, if I may say.
After 1 hour, I went to say, yes, there's food there, go eat. I don't want to tell him to wake up. I just want to trick him with food. He's like, come eat, I'm coming.
Guys, just imagine this whole thing was causing a lot of fuss outside, and they're now laughing over it. And the way they're addressing that, everybody's laughing like GASH1 is a problem, and they're laughing over it. Even Themba, GASH1, they're both laughing. And some people were carrying it on their head. I told you people, I'm not going to carry anything on my head. I'm not going to carry anybody's problem on my head. After the fight, if anything happens when it comes to fight, I will address it. After that, I move on. I'm not going to keep dwelling on it, except maybe they fight again or another issue happens. Like if they have another issue now, obviously they'll come and report it. But I'm not going to carry anything in my head. I'm not going to stress myself. That's a lot of stress. So GASH1 was not the only person that they called out today. They also called out LIBO for being too being too serious with the whole exercise issue, the whole exercise stuff in the morning. That he used to overdo the whole thing. That's basically what they were trying to tell him. And Umpo too had some things to say. Other people had things to say, but Umpo, when she said her own, people were now saying it's personal. Even he was saying that this one is personal.
Oh, do like this. Brother man, go to the bed. Go to the inner side. That's where I'm going.
I don't want this to be personal.
No, it's not personal. But it's very easy. I'm speaking in my situation.
She was telling him that when it comes to GASH1, that if he wants to correct people, that he will go there and help them out. But he's usually very rude about it. So LIBO was just there trying to defend himself and just telling them that he's just trying to get the best out of them. He just wants them to do their best. And they were telling him that it's not everybody that's coming here that's trying to be all fit and have a particular body. That the reason they even go to the gym center is because it's compulsory. If not, most people will not even go there.
All I want is you to do the best that you can.
And they already their best. And
it is not, because I've seen better. I've seen better.
It was just this whole back and forth. LIBO was defending himself. Tate was also on LIBO's side, and GASH1 was kind of on LIBO's side. These are the people these are the gym instructors. So obviously they are going to be on the side of this is how things should be. As somebody that doesn't work out so much, I was on the side of the other housemates because I'm very, very sure if I was there, I'm not going to stress myself. I'm going to do when I want to do, and I'm not doing when I don't want to do. So they were just letting him know that because he's passionate about it, that's why he can, you know, really put in his all. So you should not expect the same energy from others. So I understood the whole thing from both angles, and that's how they just had the conversation. It was not a fight situation, they were just having a conversation, so it's nothing really serious per se, but it went on for a long time. So that's it for this video. If anything else happens in the house, I'm going to come back and give you guys the gist. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye, love you.